Welcome to Learn to Live Stress-Free. This is Christine Wright with Dr. Robert Wright Jr. of www.stressfreenow.info.
Hi, this is Dr. Bob, the Stress and Pain Relief Doctor, coming to you from the Azores Islands with today's stress relief tip. One of the things that has become very clear about the tech bros working to make everything digital is that it has caused all kinds of problems that we never had before. Analog systems were never hacked, and privacy was never lost the way it has been done, especially during the last 20 years, and it's accelerating. So all you have to do is pick up any newspaper and see that your personal information, including business information, has been spilled all over the internet, including all the ransomware attacks, especially those that have taken place on hospitals and school systems. It's pretty amazing. So here's the point. The point is that when you rely on digital systems solely to save your data, your information, etc., you put yourself at extreme risk. And here's what I mean. I had a colleague when I lived in Florida who was a traveling nurse, and she had 12 years of records in Excel. And so anyone that's ever used Excel knows how useful it can be. But if you only have the information downloaded into Excel, if something happens to the Excel file, guess what? You are literally SOL. And so what happened was Microsoft did an update. And when they did that update, it ate her Excel record file so that it was no longer accessible to her. And so when I spoke to her, I said, please tell me that you have a printed out copy someplace, that you built in some type of redundancy. And her response was a very sad no. And so I've actually been in that position where we had actually backed up our information. And guess what? A couple of years later, when we went and we plugged in the backup because the computer got fried from a lightning strike, the motherboard went, the backup terabyte drive failed. So I was like, oh my goodness, we've been backing up thinking that we were okay. This is like when the World Trade Center thing happened. It was so unfortunate. Their backup systems were literally just across the street in number 7 World Trade Center. And so when the towers came down, number 7 came down too. And so more and more companies afterwards, they started, putting things in other places, like right across the river in Jersey City or in Hoboken or in another state, et cetera. And so what I'm suggesting is that the digital terrain is such that it is not reliable the way analog systems. And so what I'm saying is to keep your frustration and angst minimized, you need to really go back to analog systems. So what does that mean? That means you have something, print it out. So in the worst case scenario, you have the printout. The other reason to print things out is that, and I've been talking to more and more people who have told me that they went to a website and then they went back a half hour later and then they either couldn't find it or the information had been changed. And so that is the part of the disinformation, misinformation, shifting that is going on all around us. But when you print it out, or if you take a screenshot, you have it. And so what I'm suggesting is that you also save it in a way that you have it. So for example, if you save it to the cloud, you don't really have it. The cloud has it. So I won't say more than that. But if you print something out, you have it. If you put it on a flash drive, assuming that the flash drive works, then you have it. If you can save it to a CD, which sounds like a really old thing to do, but should your digital systems go down, you'll be very happy that you had that CD. And so this is Dr. Bob signing off from the Azores with your stress relief tip. Remember, analog is actually superior to digital. From stressfreenow.info, until next time, be safe and be well.